Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to my maid Azira binti Rahim. So today I want to talk about the introduction of the digital in workforce era. So basically my name is Asyriel bin Amirudin, and in the next 3 minutes video I want to talk about the introductions, the takeaway, what I have learned and the benefits, and of course how I do this skill in my life. For my acknowledgement, I want to thank 4 main important persons in my life. Firstly, Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. I praise my God to the Almighty, and then my family members, and of course my friends, and as well as the other classmates. So, what is the introduction of the UBM 599? So actually, I give the example for there's a changes in the landscape of the global workforce, which with the rise of the advanced technology such as AI, and then this topic teach about the organizer is currently focusing on the digital platforms, which is the freelancing tools, and then in the future workforce will be likely to be diverse, flexible and interconnected. So basically what I have learned from this topic is to get the exposure to workforce in the digital era, which this topic actually unveils the benefits to us to be more flexible, and of course the remote and any freelance to take over the traditional roles. So basically this tool such as a freelancer have become a new opportunity by students, especially students for enabling companies to be more globalized in hiring individuals. So basically, freelancer can be offering the work freedom to each individual, especially for students, because we have a time constraint, right? So therefore, we need our terms, and we have 3 main takeaways that I learned from this topic. So first one is to expose ourselves about the technology and must be prepared to apply in the future careers. And the second takeaway I get from this topic is to adopt an entrepreneurial skills, mindset, and services as they can sell. So the last takeaway I get from this topic is to shock myself for the future of demands, adaptability, self-discipline, and continuous learning. Meanwhile, for the skill I acquired from this topic, actually I got 3. The first one is digital literacy, and the second one is entrepreneur mindset, and the last one is time management. Will I be using this skill in the future? So basically my answer is yes, because why? From this skill I learned from this topic is digital literacy, right? So how I use digital literacy in my life is to equip me to use and explore language and platform effectively. So basically, entrepreneur mindset prepare me to think creatively and take initiative and manage my own career path, especially freelancing. So the last one is time management. So basically, as a student, I enable myself to stay organized, meet deadlines, and work efficiently across time zones. Besides that, it helps me to be more disciplined to finish my work. Benefit. What I get from this topic, especially I got 3 benefits, which is enhance the skill, which as you can see that I going through the freelancer app with tools, and then I got the freelance readiness, which is I got the knowledge how to be ready for my work in the future, and lastly better time management, so I can use the freelancer based on my time flexibles and finish my work on time and be more disciplined and self-centered in my career. And then I want to talk about what is the best part of this project is, especially freelancer could help students to make money without being physically present in the workplace, because we can go into the website of freelancer such as like this, and then freelancer offer us to be more globally by providing us a freelance with another place. And then especially our lecturer, Madam Azira, that also gave us some insight and tips to avoid syndicate. And lastly, the requirement to earn actual profits better must has been a great motivator for me to study about this topic. So basically, how this subject be able to improve my current knowledge regarding the related digital workforce. So basically, this topic has instilled solid moral values within myself, which are such as responsibility and discipline in managing my tasks with different time zones. So what is the suggestion for improvement for the subject? So I highlight 3 main important how to improve the subject in the future is you item need to give the valuable lessons that I can get with the advantages of the free works. And then students should be given more hands-on activity and not only just focusing on writing report but more practicals. And lastly, interactive workshop on personal branding, digital marketing and client communication could be better preparation for students in order to face real freelance challenges in the future. And what is the conclusion actually for this topic? So what I can conclude is I could see that the digital workforce has significantly influenced in expanding the opportunity for employment, so such as encourage growth. To be more competitive and relevant, we need continuously improve our skills and adapt to the evolving tools and platform available. By taking full advantage of these resources, we can ensure continued progress and success in digital economy in the future. So that's all for my presentation in this video, and thank you. Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to me, Azira, as my lecturer for this semester for subject UBM 599. So today I want to present to you is a self-reflection video which I have been asked to choose one topic from this syllabus to tell you about. So I choose chapter 2 as my discussion topic, and the topic is the crowdsourcing fundamental. Before we start, my name is Amirudin, and in the next 5 minutes video I want to present to you is the most summary from this chapter what I have learned from this semester. To be honest, what I actually learned from this topic. So before I start to give you what I learned, I will tell you the overview. The first one, I can relate this topic to distributing specific tasks to a large anonymous group of people, such as digital workers through online platforms. So what actually I learned from this topic? I got two, which is the business model, and the second one is the ecosystem. The first one is transaction creation of value creation through contribution, demonstrating how crowdsourcing can align with organization goals. That is under business model. For the ecosystem, I understand how networks, technology, and process work together in order to achieve goals that often leading to innovations. So for the takeaways, what I get from this topic actually, so basically through the online platforms, I can get the flexibility which is that's provided in how and when work is complete, and then it allows me an efficiency of collaborations, skill development, and offer opportunity for earning and growth. And lastly, I can get the valuable approach which is the for both individual and organizations. So basically from this topic, what actually skill I get from this topic and how I use this skill in my real life. For the first skill, I get the communication skill, and followed by the task management skill, and then problem solving skill, and how I adaptability skills, and then I get the networking and collaboration skill, and lastly is data analysis skill. So how I use this skill in my life is actually all these skills can be applicable to a wide range of professional settings, and then I learn on how to effectively manage and distribute tasks, breaking down complex project into smaller and more manageable pieces. And lastly, it's useful project management and coordinating work across diverse teams, and then working in diverse environment with different background can enhance my cross-cultural competence and valuable trait into the globalized workforce. And for the benefit is I acquired the opportunity for learning skills such as task management, communication skill, adaptability skill, data analysis skill, and then problem solving skill, and lastly is networking and collaboration skill. Basically, how this subject and this topic can improve my knowledge. The first one is it improved my knowledge by deepening my understanding of how crowdsourcing function and its practical application, and then it enhanced my project management and task distribution skill, which are useful for coordinating large-scale effort effectively. And then it also helped me to stay up to date with digital tools and platforms. And lastly, it improved my ability to communicate with diverse group of people and how I can adapt to dynamic work environments. What actually like the best for this subject and this topic, and what is my suggestion for this topic in the future. So first of all, I will start with the what I like the best for this chapter and this topic. The first one is I enjoy participating in contests and receiving recognition for my innovative efforts, and then I value the opportunity to develop skill that I am lacking with doing collaboration and professionals. So what is my suggestion in the future? So basically I'm hoping for more workshop and training that can help me to improve my skills such as data analysis, data entry, and lastly project management. So for this last slide, I want to thank you, my dear Azira, for listening attentively for my presentations. And thank you again.